space in your cabinets when you're not using them, although you probably use them every single day. You might even keep them in your oven. But let's talk about the colors. I love the sunflower yellow. It's just such a happy, happy choice. I remember when we introduced this about a year or so ago, it sold out, I think, in the midnight hour. So that's an option if you like your bright, happy color. This top color I am sending out last and final call is called, there's less than 100 left. It's called purple, I call it basil, Curtis calls it basil, purple basil. And all the lids and the accessory goes right along with the color choice that you're making. White, next to that is very limited. I think I have 500 left there. We move on to the #1 bestseller in the red. I'm only showing you one of the pieces, you're getting two. The midnight blue is really pretty. I love that, well, we've got three different blues. This one's the turquoise blue, and the one below that is sea salt, my favorite, and it is very limited. We're in the very few hundreds available for you there. Down below we have stone gray, and then the amazingly sexy black. So like I said, you're getting one grill, one griddle, 18 inches in size. You're getting that tempered glass lid, so this is not only good for transporting, but it's great to be able to seal in all those flavors while you're cooking, braising, poaching, all the things you can do, because you can do anything in these DuraPan pieces. And then you're getting the silicone strap to be able to, like I said, kind of strap it down if you want to take this to a potluck, to a church, bar or a barbecue at your neighbor's backyard. It's so nice, and the pieces are just going to be so useful for you. So we, for the last time today, introduce you once again to Chef Curtis Stone, Michelin star-rated chef, restaurateur, author, cookbook author, and just an all-around great guy. Curtis, it's been a fun day.
Kelly, it's good to see you.
You
It's
too.
been so fun. This is it, the last hour of the day. I'm so excited. Now, look, I've thrown all my veggies in. Now I'm going to pour eggs in. You don't need to cook in oil and butter in these pans. I know you hear me say it all the time. Of course, if you want to, be my guest. You can always add a little butter for flavour. But I just love cooking, eggs especially, without oil and butter, because at the end of the day, eggs are already quite rich. I'm adding cheese as well, which I love the flavour of. So you're using your griddle for a beautiful big egg pan, right? You're using your pan right next to it. This is a beautiful big grill pan. So let me show you how this is going to work. I've done a little surf and turf for us. Look at these gorgeous lobster tails that I threw in here. And again, you're getting that beautiful char on all of those lobster tails. In the back, I've got my filet mignon. I think we actually have these available for people to purchase as well. So if you're looking for some gorgeous little 2-ounce filet steaks, go right ahead. So surf and turf in the middle. Down here, I'm doing breakfast. So I've gone ahead and done my eggs. By the way, my egg rings are brand new, and yes, they are also available.
Oh, nice.
Stainless steel, but also non-stick. So they come in a set of 4. So I'm just going to lift those up. Of course, when you see those perfect little eggs, you're like, oh, my eggs don't come out like that. Well, maybe you just don't have the right stuff, like my egg rings. I'm going to, oh, there you go. Mine don't come out perfect all the time either. Sometimes you drop something and that. But guess what? Let's turn a negative into a positive, because we didn't mean to do that. But I'm going to show you that even when you break an egg, the bacon can come right on out. You ready for this? Let me just go ahead and turn the temperature up a little. Have a look at how nothing sticks to this pan, right? No oil or butter put in there. Those eggs will literally slide around. Even though they're broken, they're still just going to slide around and be absolutely fabulous. Now, you'll be using this on the stove. You'll also be going to the oven. Before I go, I always grab these, my little silicone handles, because you really want to protect your hands. Oh, yum, Rich. That looks absolutely delicious. Slide
and we'll put
those
those
silicone handles
right up
on
on the screen for everybody, those little handles.
Check this out. I've gone ahead and done that. Thanks, Richie. I'll go ahead and just slide. Is this a lasagna, Rich, that you've done? Yes. Absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
Come on, baby, come. Look at that, guys.
Wow,
lasagna
yummy.
sliding out of the pan. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could have gone ahead and used this perfect utensil for it, but I just wanted to show you that absolutely nothing sticks to this pan. And thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a real quick wipe all the way up the side. And look at that. Lasagna pan, clean. That is a pretty good feeling when you know that you can clean a lasagna pan in that amount of time and basically cook in the pan again. I'll leave that one here because it's still a little hot to handle, but even my eggs over here, check this out. Ready for it? Look how nothing wants to stick to the pan.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
So good. So
It's
good.
that brilliant technology that we've developed. I'm really, really proud of it. I know you're going to absolutely love it when you get this home. We're going to make a beautiful big scramble. I mentioned my eggs before that I dropped a spoon on and made a real mess of, but I'm not hiding from it. Look at it. Look at this. They just slide around the pan. Even this one that broke and has a little bit of the yolk underneath, I might have to loosen it up, but just wait for it.
Yep.
Even this guy sliding
Yep, there he
around,
goes.
no problem whatsoever. So very, very simple and easy. I'm going to go ahead, get those babies out of there. But it really is pretty cool just to know that even when something goes a little wrong, no problem whatsoever.
I know. I mean, sticking food is not fun for any of us, and most of us are used to that if you've got substandard kind of nonstick. This is as good as nonstick can get. I trust me, read reviews, take a look on hsn.com, just type in DuraPan and you're going to be like, what? Everybody loves this brand. How many million DuraPan pans have we sold together here at HSN, Curtis?
Over 5 million pieces
5
just here at HSN.
million.
We've sold much more than that in different parts of the world. We sell in Australia and the UK. But here in the US, we only sell at HSN. And the reason for that is HSN allow us to sell direct. They give us the opportunity of selling incredible prices. And I love that. I love bringing great prices to our customers. I threw some diced chicken in here that I'd marinated. I'm going to saute that up with all of that beautiful vegetable. So we're going to do a big old bake. There's so many different ways to cook in this pan, and that's why I think when you get this home, you're just going to fall in love with it. Customer pick, of course, because we've sold the grill pan separately, but the price of that was almost the price of the entire set. In fact, it's still live. I think it's pretty close to the price of the entire set. So for Customer Appreciation Month, I said, you know what? I just want to do the best deal I can possibly do because I appreciate the customers here at HSN so much. I know that we've had such a loyal following. You made us the #1 brand here at HSN. And check this out. This big old messy pan, look at it. I literally can just wipe that pan clean and in no time at all, I've got a spotless pan. This is after grilling steaks and lobsters. So just so simple and easy. And look at that. I can go ahead, get my next thing and start cooking. Now let's talk size for a second, Cal. 3 giant ribeyes. 1, 2, and 3. No problem at all. Very, very simple and easy. I'm going to hit it with a little salt and pepper out of my gravity meals, and then I'll shut up, Callie, because I know you've got to jump in and tell them all about the colours and so much more.
And I also want to give you some item numbers for some of the accessories that you've been using with us tonight. For example, like the trivets. We talked about the handles. We put those up on the screen. So I'm going to just kind of run through some of the extra things that you might want to pick up while you're ordering our today's special. This being the last airing, we are busy. At midnight, the price goes up $40. Don't spend more when you don't have to. This is available in all these colors. Hopefully you can still get the purple basil, but we'll see how that goes. So I mentioned we do have the little handles, the little trivets, or the silicone handles, so you don't have to worry about burning your fingers when you're pulling it out of an oven or taking it off of the grill, because you cannot destroy these pieces no matter what kind of temperature you're putting them on. So it's 894691 is the item number for the silicone handles. A lot of people are asking about these trivets that you've been using, and I have been a long time owner of these. They are so fantastic. Sometimes I use these to dry my dishes over an open sink. Many times I'll use them just to protect the surface of a tabletop if you're serving or while you're cooking. You can see Chef putting this out and using it for many different ways. The item for you there is 898803. We've got many colors. This is just one of them. And then follow me over here. I'm going to show you right over here. We've got some of the silicone spatulas and the tongs. These are fantastic, and you're getting a set of 2. With these, you're getting the spatula and this fantastic Santoku knife. So this we'll put up on the screen for you as well. And then also, there we go. Thanks so much, guys. 840212 for this 2-piece set. The silicone tongs, one size. There's 2 different sizes, and you can choose either color. Those are always super handy because you use them for everything. I use them to flip burgers and everything else. There we go. And then We have the brand new, these, I think I heard Chef say these are brand new today. These are the little egg poacher pieces that are so cool. So if you would like those, those are available. And there they are, 845, and then lastly, this is the carrying case, and they come in all the same colors as our today's special. So when you take things on the go, you can either take them warm, you can take them cold, and this is the way to be able to transport. During the summer, don't you just look forward to picnics and backyard barbecues and all the fun social outings? If you'd like these, they're 898-809. A lot of item numbers, a lot of information, because there's so much new with Chef Curtis Stone here at HSN today. So I encourage you, while you're shopping on hsn.com, to both read reviews of the DuraPan Plus and then see what new items you may want to add to your array of things in the kitchen to make cooking fun again. And cleanup, Chef, I have to go say it again, there basically isn't any cleanup because of the way this nonstick works.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Look, I've got a little coconut cream here. I'm going to pour that into I put a little curry spice on these pieces of chicken, and then I threw my veg in. Right now, of course, these silicone handles are everything. You need to just slide those on. Have a little look at that. Now, I want to slow cook this. I want to turn the heat down, so I'm going to do that. I want to capture that heat, so I put my lid on, that beautiful silicone-rimmed lid, of course. So much is in the oven, and I've got so little time to show it to you, so I'm taking those silicone handles again. This time, we're going to do some roasting. So you will use this as a roasting pan, and it is a great one. Because of that incredible non-stick, look, I've roasted a chicken in there, and by the way, that was the grill pan that I used. If you wanted to, you could have easily fit a second chicken in, right? That's a really big, generous space that you're going to be baking in. I'm going back to my oven again. This time I'm actually going to pull out my Dutch oven, and yes, it is the exact same piece of cookware, but really interesting way to do it, because if you want to slow cook, I suggest you do it like this. Look at what I've done. I've gone ahead, there's that trivet you were talking about. I'm always dropping red hot pan straight onto that trivet. Look at that gorgeous lamb shank that we just did. By the way, check this out. Oh, yeah. Wow. Imagine turning this into a beautiful pie or serving that with some mashed potatoes. You can get the sear, of course, just like you're seeing me get with my steaks, etc. And then you put a little broth, you put in your shanks, and then you put a little bit of wine, you drop that second lid on, and I tell you what, look at how tender. These just melt. Gorgeous.
Look at that, just falls apart. That's one of the things.
I wish you could smell it.
Oh, I wish I could too. Oh my gosh, it's like one of my favorite things. But what I love is that initially when I looked at this set, I thought, oh, the lid is nice to be able to take it with you on the go. But it's about actually, searing in and just letting all those juices and flavors kind of just braise into one another. But that's being either on the stovetop or the oven. Let's talk about that. And also, before our time is up, Chef, I want to talk about the actual construction of this, because a lot of people who haven't tried DuraPan Plus don't really necessarily understand how is it different from what I've tried in the past. There's a lot of things that are different about it. And then I also wanted to talk about how the temperature that you put this on any kind of stovetop is no problem. It works universally.
Well, you can take it all the way to 450 degrees. You see me, cook these beautiful steaks here on such a high sear, and you're able to see that beautiful caramelization that you get on all of your steaks all the time. If you want a little extra pressure, go ahead and drop that grill press on it, by the way. But I don't need to, because I've already got that gorgeous sear. Absolutely divine. Now, if you want to get the same sear on the other side, go ahead and drop that on. 450 on the stove, 450 in the oven as well. Now, let's jump into the animation and show everyone what they're getting. You're not just getting the grill, you're not just getting the griddle, you're getting both of them, and you're getting the lid, and you get that wonderful silicone sleeve. So what that strap does is actually mean you can keep that lid fixed onto the product when you're traveling with it, and you will. You'll be taking this to the neighbour's house, you'll be taking this to the kids to take beautiful food over. 5 layers goes onto every single one of these. Of course, we give you the stainless steel disc on the bottom. You can use it on induction, on electric, on gas. You name it, and you can cook in it. Here's what's so cool. Nothing sticks, so the cleanup is a dream. Now, we all love cooking. Well, not all of us, but lots of us love cooking. No one I've met loves doing the dishes. But when you can throw it under the broiler, put it in the oven up to 450 degrees, it is a game changer. if you are going to transport the food, I really encourage you to pick up one of these as well, Callie. This is the actual beautiful little travel case. Now, we did this at the start of the show about 16 minutes ago. We put it in. Right, let me just show you. In just 16 minutes, have a look at how hot this still is. We'll come back to it at the end of the show as well. That's how that silicone strap works, right? Because the handles are still too hot for me to handle. Can you believe that? But you can see how that silicone works. So if this tries to move around, it can't because it's stuck in. Let me show it to you. You just stretch that over like this, open that up like so. You ready for this? Look at that beautiful, steamy...
Piping hot.
Oh, yeah, I just have to cut into that. I'm so sorry, but I have to. This is a two-piece set, by the way. I'm going to bring it on up here to the front. Now, this knife has been specifically designed for this pan. So you can go on in, you can cut that exactly the size you want. You can cut straight through the center as well.
Clever.
Because it's nylon, you can cut right on into that gratin. And then, of course, this guy has also been designed to get right underneath and lift out, right? So you can see that lifting out. So simple and easy to do, and that is what we love. Thanks so much, Rich. Have a look at that gratin.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, mamma mia.
Mamma mia. These are the kinds of things that I rave about when I talk about your brand with other people. The gadgets that you, and I'm just going to call the utensils a gadget per minute, they're so unique. They're Curtis is very innovative. He comes up with ideas that I've never seen any other chef or any kind of other, cookware designer come up with, like the bigger spatula, like the lid holders that serve as like a spoon holder and all the things. I don't have them out here right now, but there's so many cool things, like all of his the oil misters and what's the thing you designed recently that you keep all of your essentials in, that big round vessel that you can take your flour and your sugar and all the things.
Oh yeah, the grain storer.
Yeah.
Yes, you can keep all of the different things in your cupboard. Makes life really, really simple and easy. You know what? It's not just me, Kelly. I've got a really great team, super innovative. We're always trying to come up with the next thing that makes that cooking experience easy for people. For me, you want to be able to get that beautiful char on both sides of your steak. So you want to be able to cook on a really nice high temperature. You also want to know when your steak's cooked. That's why we developed that kinetic thermometer for everybody. So check that out. We can go ahead, pull those beautiful big ribeyes out, knowing that they're cooked to absolute perfection and knowing that the cleanup is not a big deal. I grabbed myself my silicone handle. Now this is that purple basil. I think we're pretty much done on that. There might be a couple of dozen still to go around.
That's about it.
Beautiful.
Oh, and there's that grain dispenser. Thanks, guys, for pulling that up. Our producer and director are doing a fantastic job tonight. 880-177. That's something that hasn't seen a lot of airtime, but a super, super thoughtful piece to have in the kitchen. And then look at you. Go back right to the same griddle to be able to cook your salmon. It doesn't transfer flavors. You can do one thing after the other after the other. And the size on these grill and griddles, both pieces, because you are getting 18 inches. So they are the classic size. And oh boy, here we go. Cooking up a storm right up until the stroke of midnight tonight.
Oh yeah, you know me, Kelly. I don't let up because I absolutely love food. I've got a big crew here. We're all hungry. We've all been cooking all day long. This is it, you guys. This is the final chance to grab this at the Today Special price. And I'm so, so glad that so many people have come on in. I know that it's a little higher price, right, when you're looking at nearly $80, but just think about it. We sold one of these for almost $80. You're getting two, plus the lid, plus that strap. I mean, the value here is bananas good. Have a look at this. I'm going to pop that into my lid rest. Here's where I did that gorgeous curry. Thanks, Rich. And I put a bunch of vegetables in there as well with a little bit of coconut cream. That, my friends, over a little bit of rice is going to make you very, very happy. Okay? I'm going to take that. Again, reach for those silicone handles. The other thing that you mentioned earlier is this, that beautiful trivet. And yes, it is that expandable one. First time we've ever done it, but you can literally almost double that in size, lay that down. So if you've got two of these, you could go one here. I'm going to my oven because I know I've got something else to bring on out. Maybe you've got something sweet and delicious that you want to pull out of here. Oh yeah, look at these cookies. just sliding around the pan. You know, so on that one trivet, I can drop my cookies on one side, I can drop my beautiful curry on the other side. So easy. You know, I set out, Cal, to design a piece of cookware that you could really use and use. I gave the first one to my mum. She's got a little flat that she spends time at in the city in Melbourne. She took this piece down there. She just took the grill pair. Oh, look at that gorgeous salmon already. And she said, it's the best piece of cookware. She said, I don't need anything else. I never use my pots and pans anymore because it's so simple, so easy. And she just loves it, and I know you will as well. So many people that have used this just rave about it. So I'm so excited for you all to get it home.
Yeah, get it while you can get it. And don't spend $40 more tomorrow to come back, because it is really one of those things. You don't see these shapes, the square, the rectangular shapes very often, especially when you're getting one and both. You don't have to choose, do I want the griddle or do I want the grill? You get both with the tempered glass lid. Lids easily you can spend $25, $35 on, especially good quality. And this is that tempered glass lid that you're seeing here. There's a little vent right here so you can release some steam if you need to, but you can still let the flavors of the food just really marry together. You're getting 15 amazing recipes. I have to say, some of these recipes sound so delicious. And then here's the cool, brilliant part is this is that silicone strap that you can, as you can see right here on the purple basil, which is down to our final few dozen. You can strap that lid down tight so you don't have to worry about things spilling when you do take things on the go. Because isn't that fun to show off your own cooking and share it with others? Food is such a language of love, and I think we all feel the same joy when it comes time to feed the people that we love. I know I do. And so, with that being said, I know our clock is coming up here. I'll remind you of a couple of the other accessories, but I do want to go through the colors because right now you can choose any of them with potentially the exception of the purple basil. This is the sunflower yellow, which is I love so much. We have white. There is the red, which is the classic and the #1 bestseller always, and today is no exception. Down below that, we have the midnight blue. Here's your turquoise blue. Sea salt is right down below. This is one of the most limited after the purple basil, followed by the white. And then the stone gray and the black. And you can get a couple if you'd like. It's totally up to you. In addition to our today's special, which is their $895,992. It is on 5 flex, so you're spending a little to get a lot. And then I really believe this is going to be the last cookware you'll ever need to buy because it's just excellent quality. The carry case, I wanted to make sure you had a chance to pick these up. It's nice to get the color match if you would like. We've got all the colors that go right back to our today's special. This is what you saw Chef use